City Madhouse. Arguably maybe the hardest Ted riff of all of them. Shredding type guitar players often giggle at when you say difficult and Ted Nugent in the same sentence, but I've never met any of those type of guitar players that can play Ted Nugent material properly, let alone Motor City Madhouse. Motor City Madhouse requires that driving up, down, chicka chicka groove, like Weekend Warriors and Flesh and Blood and probably a number of others. And I thought I had them down quite some time ago, but I've been enlightened now. I spent time with Ted at the Dallas Guitar Festival earlier this year, and I was able to get my face right up in front of his guitar, and I had him play the riff over and over for me, and his hand is so relaxed and fluid when he's playing. It's I've played the riff on my channel before, and it sounds okay, but it's missing the chicka chicka up down and the relaxed fluidity of the right hand action. My hand begins to cramp after a while, but I came home from that festival with chicka chicka on the brain, and I'm finally getting it. It's finally getting comfortable and more relaxed. Little sloppy, but it's really just it's the constant chukka on the A, and an up pick here. You got your A octave on the D string here, but open A, and depending on your amp volume, believe it or not, sometimes the riff is easier when I'm not plugged in. And your amp settings and all might if they're muddy, you're probably going to have a harder time with it. But if you have things set up right, you get kind of a bounce effect, and that pounding on the A is there. This is what I call Chicom Bird. It's my Chinese custom-made Byrdland. It's a cheap guitar. Best part is probably that headstock, if you can see that. But I'm starting to develop a bit of a love fest with this guitar. If you don't catch that just right, as some of you may know, I took the vintage pickups and harness out of my '68 Byrdland, my real Byrdland, and I put in Bob Mizek, Ted Nugent pickups in there with a whole new harness, and that's just an insane screaming beast right now. But this guitar, I keep it out all the time because it's not an expensive guitar, but I'm playing it a lot. It plays great, and now with this vintage pickup setup in here, it sounds incredible. And really, I have nothing negative to say about this thing. This is just becoming my Blackie. Oh, it needs a real beating. As I was saying before, Motor City Madhouse sometimes is easier on a guitar that's not plugged in for some reason. Just the bounce you get off the strings, you can really hear what's going on. Let me see if I can give it a try. The importance of the string muting with the palm of your hand. And that's, when you're playing anything, that's important. But Ted uses it to an insane degree, and it's got everything in the world to do with getting the riffs to sound the way they're supposed to. It's string muting there. So it's right here on the palm of your hand. It's up, down. It's not something I can tell you when to use, but you got to fit it in there, because that's how you craft the riff. It's a fluid, relaxed feeling. Let's see if I cannot mess it up here. It's the constant pounding on the A string, and you know, between the A string and the D string, getting that up down action. Even that part, a down and an up, gives you that skip for the. So, one more time slowly. I don't think I'm giving away any Tedly secrets, because Ted gives out the secret and people still have a hard time doing it. And the other one, if I've got this right, I think Flesh and Blood. Just to get me in the mood there. City Madhouse is feeling a little easier after playing Flesh and Blood. I just wanted to elaborate a little more on this neat little ditty where it sounds like two guitars are going, and I always found it a little bit mind-boggling. Pretty sure I've pretty well got this. Rings. I do think on the original studio version of Motor City Madhouse, there is a second guitar just ringing up here somewhere. A lot of you guys have requested a number of things. This has been one of them. I'm really running behind on a lot of other stuff, but I appreciate all the likes, all the views, and all the great comments, and you all have been very kind to the Byrdman, and I appreciate it.